Hello, my name is Maggie and welcome to my Vinyasa Flow. In this class, we'll be working on the full body. We'll be working on strength, flexibility, and balance. It's a dynamic class, but I will show you modifications, and I have props like blocks and a strap. The blocks will bring the floor closer to you. The strap will extend your limbs so you can catch a foot or a hand. And also you can take a break in child pose or downward dog anytime you need to, okay? So modify as you need and then progress, okay? So join me on the mat and we'll start with breath work. You can sit in a comfortable seated position or sit on your knees, whatever you prefer. And we'll do 4 breaths together. So in our breaths, we'll work on Ujjayi breath, which is the ocean breath. So in this type of breath, you will constrict your throat ever so slightly. So you create that ocean sound in the back of your throat, kind of like that whisper sound. So it'll sound like this. You can practice that with your mouth opened, but then eventually throughout class, we will breathe through the nose and out the nose, okay? And let's put your right hand on your chest, your left hand on your belly, and as you inhale, really watch your belly rise. And as you exhale, contract your core all the way to your spine. Again, inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale and work on that ocean breath, exhale. All right, beautiful. So let's try during class, as we're moving through the postures, try to work with the rhythm of the breath, and that's the kind of rhythm. So it's inhale to the count of 4, exhale to the count of 4. So equal inhales and equal exhales, and we'll be inhaling and exhaling through the nose if possible. All right, so now let's start our warm-up. So I'll go into a seated position, crisscross. And let's start inhaling. So lift your arms up above your head. Inhale on the up. Exhale on the down. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more time like this. Inhale. And exhale. Now let's go, let's reach up and then lower the right hand to the floor and kind of walk your hand out and really reach to the right with that left arm. So you can feel a nice stretch all along the left side of your body. Maybe go down on your elbow. Depends how far you can go, what's available to you. And then inhale, come on up. And then walk out to the left. As you exhale, let's take one breath here. And then come on up. Let's do one more to the right. Inhale up and then exhale as you walk down to the right. Reach over to the right with your left arm. One more breath. Now inhale, come on up. Look at your hands, and as you exhale, reach to the left. Walk your fingers out to the left and reach to the left with that right arm. So you're feeling a nice deep stretch here. 2 breaths. One more. And now come on up, reach your hands up above your head, inhale. And now as you exhale, twist to the right. So lower your arms down, but you're looking to the right over your right shoulder. Inhale, come back up through the middle, and now exhale to the left. Let's take another breath here. Put your right hand on this knee and kind of really try to twist and look over your shoulder. Now inhale, reach up above your head, look at your hands, and one more time, exhale to the right. And place that left hand on the right knee and kind of push yourself towards the back so you can turn around and feel a nice twist, a rotation through your thoracic spine. All right, now inhale, come on up, look at your hands, and then let's do one more to the left. Nice rotation here. A deep breath as you lengthen your spine, and as you exhale, rotate to the back. All right, come on up again. And now we're up here. Now fold over your crisscross legs. So go down as you exhale. And walk your hands as far as you can. Maybe you can lower the elbows, but you're reaching forward, and then at the end you can maybe release your neck. Let's take 2 breaths here. All right, now come back up. Lift your arms up above your head, inhale. And now we'll lower down to the right, okay? So inhale up, and then exhale and reach to the right as far as you can go. So here you should be, keep your sit bones on the ground. You should be feeling like a nice stretch here. All right, now inhale, come up, hands above your head, and then exhale and reach to your left with both hands. Keeping both sit bones down as much as possible. Reach to your left and do a nice twist. Inhale. One more inhale and exhale. All right, now inhale, come on up. And then exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Now we will roll over, place your hands on the mat, and then go on your knees, and we'll go into a child pose, okay? So stretch out your knees out to the edges of the mat, big toes together, lower your hip sit bones all the way onto your heels, and walk your hands out and put your forehead on the mat. And let's take 3 breaths here. One, 2, 3. Now maybe tent your fingers. So lift up your hands on your fingers and feel how this stretch feels a little different. Take 1 breath here. And now walk your hands all the way to the right and really stretch that left arm above or in front of you to the right. So you can feel a nice stretch on your left side. Place your right palm on top of that left hand and lower down as far as you can. Inhale, exhale. 1 more breath. All right, let's walk through the center, and then let's walk all the way to the right and really reach with that right hand. Place the left palm on top of the right hand and lower down. 3 breaths here. One more breath. Beautiful. Come through the center now. And now come up onto your hands and knees. So this is called tabletop position. Your spine is neutral. Your shoulders are over your hands. Hips are over the knees. And we'll do what's called thread the needle. So now lift up your right arm to the ceiling and twist into this lift. And then take that right hand and thread it underneath the left armpit. And try and lower, keeping your hips above your knees. Try and lower that right shoulder to the ground as much as possible. Maybe push up with this left hand and really try and rotate those shoulders. maybe lift up your left arm and then thread it, like try and grab your right thigh underneath, if that helps, and really push into the ground with your right arm and your right hand and your right shoulder so you can get this nice twist. But you can also keep your left hand here. One more breath. On the next inhale, lift up onto the tabletop. And now we'll do the same with the left arm. So lift up the left arm and then thread the left hand underneath the right armpit. Push away the ground with the right hand. And then maybe, if you're comfortable, lift up the right arm, turn the palm away from your body, and then reach for that left thigh if possible. Press into the ground with the left shoulder and the left arm. And let's breathe here. One more breath. And now on the next inhale, come back to the tabletop position. So we're on our hands and knees. We'll do some wrist circles. So let's start on hands and knees, and we'll just circle around the wrist. We'll do 1, 2, 3. Let's switch directions. 1, 2, and 3. And now if you want, you can go into a plank like so, and then do 3 circles. If not, you can stay on your knees. 2, 3. Now come back the other direction. Beautiful. Now from here, let's go into the first down dog. And in this down dog, you can keep your knees bent a little. This will be a little bit tight because it's the first one. So really work on stretching your spine by pressing the ground away with your hands, with your index knuckle, really pressing into the mat. Your shoulders should be lifted up, so really push away with your shoulders, and your hips should be reaching the sky, okay? So don't worry, this is more of a stretch for your spine than your legs. But now let's walk the dog out. So bend the right knee and press into the ground with your left heel and your right hand, so opposite, okay? You don't have to touch the ground, touch the mat, but just like really press into it. Press into your left heel and right hand. And take a breath here. And now let's switch. Bend the left knee and press into the mat with the right heel and the left hand. So opposite. So it's like a two-legged table. Release your head. Okay, and release. And now lift up on the tippy toes, bend your knees, and really, really lift your hips up. And then try and release your legs if possible. See how far you can go. And then let's go into kind of move your feet back a little and go into plank, okay? So this is yogi plank. And we'll lower all the way down to the ground. And here, what we'll do, rest your forehead on the mat. Release your arms next to your body. Point your toes. And we'll do a locust pose, but keeping your feet, tops of your feet on the ground. Lift up your chest. So like so. So inhale. Arms at your side, strong. Shoulders away from your ears. One more breath. Now lower back down. This time, interlace your hands behind your back and open up your chest and lift up again. And
lower down, beautiful. Now place your palms just on the side of your chest. Elbows are right next to your body. We'll do a baby cobra. So we'll lift up your chest,
Keeping your elbows bent, you're really using your back here. This is cobra pose.
lower down. And this time we'll do a full cobra into up dog, okay? So full cobra, you'll extend your arms as much as you can. So lift up.
And then kind of pull your hips closer. So, and then if you lift your thighs off the floor, this is down dog. So any version you can do throughout class. You can do baby cobra or low cobra.
And now lower down. And this time let's go up into plank. Lift yourself up.
And let's try a chaturanga. Chaturanga is a yogi push-up, but it's a half push-up. So chaturanga, your elbows so you shift forward into your plank. So shoulders are above the wrists, and you just bend the elbows 90 degrees. And this is a chaturanga.
Come on up. And let's go back into down dog. Take a breath here. Now, down dog and child pose are good resting poses if you ever need a break during this class. And now on the next inhale, lift up on your toes, bend your knees, and step to the front of the mat next to your hands.
And then inhale into your flat back, so half lift. And exhale into your forward fold.
In your forward fold, you can bend your knees. You don't want to round your back, so you want to keep your stomach as close to your thighs as possible. And now let's walk your hands to the left. Stretch the lower back. Walk your hands to the right. Maybe clasp your elbows and just kind of hang over your legs here. Let's take 2 breaths here like this. Beautiful. Come on now. Release your hands on the floor and then really ground into the floor with your feet, and then lift slowly up, up.
Lift your arms up above your head, hands in prayer, and then lower to your heart center. Okay, let's do that again. So lift your arms up above your head, hands in prayer, and lower into your forward fold. Lift up into your half lift. And now place your hands on the mat and step back with the right leg into a lunge. Okay? Look forward and now come on up. Get your balance here. Lift up your arms up above your head, maybe palms touch. And then lower to the ground.
Bring that left leg back to a down dog. And now let's return to the plank and then lower into your chaturanga.
You can do this on your knees, into cobra, and back to down dog.
Now step forward with the left leg. Go into the lunge. Get your balance.
Lift your arms up above your head, maybe hands in prayer, and then lower back down. Step forward now with the right foot next to your left, and forward fold. Inhale into your flat back,
and then back to forward fold. And now really ground into the mat with your feet and lift up.
Hands above your head, and then hands in prayer at your heart center. Beautiful. And now we'll start with Sun Salutation C. We'll do 2 rounds, and it's 2 sides each, okay? So lift up your arms up above your head, hands in prayer. Lower into your forward fold.
Step back with your right leg into a lunge. Release your right knee on the mat.
The right foot is pointed, so you're on the tops of the foot. Left knee is bent to 90 degrees. So really sink into this right hip. Lift up your arms above your head. Maybe interlace your hands, palms facing away, and then do a nice spinal extension here. So reach beyond your head and look at your hands if possible. And now come back down to the mat.
Step back into down dog. And now shift forward into plank. Lower your knees. Lower your chest.
And lower your chin to the ground. And now lift up into your cobra or upward dog. Exhale into downward dog.
Now lift up the right leg to three-legged dog. In a three-legged dog, your hips are square to the mat, so they're parallel to the mat. You're not opening up your hips. Step forward with the right foot into the lunge. Lower the left knee. Extend the foot so you're on top of the foot.
Lift up your arms above your head. Interlace your hands, palms facing away, and really reach beyond your head, back behind your head, so you can have a nice spinal extension here. And then release and come back to the ground, to the floor, and step forward with the left foot next to the right foot. Forward fold, and now inhale. Come on up, hands above your head in prayer. Lower them down to heart center. Let's do the other side. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold.
Now step back with the left foot. Release that left knee on the ground.
Lift up your arms above your head. Interlace your hands behind your head. Do a nice spinal extension. And back to the ground.
Step back into down dog. And now shift into your plank. Lower your knees.
Lower your chest and lower onto your chin. And then inhale, come up onto cobra or upward dog. Exhale, down dog.
Now lift up your left foot to three-legged dog. Step forward with the left foot into a lunge.
Lower the right knee. Extend the foot so you're on top of the foot. Ground yourself so you're balanced. Inhale your arms up above your head. Interlace your hands, palms facing away, and look behind. Now release. Back to the mat.
Step forward with the right foot next to the left. Forward fold.
Inhale, arms up above your head. Exhale, hands in prayer at your heart center. Let's do one more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold.
Step back with the right foot. Release the knee. Release the foot.
Inhale, arms up above your head. Clasp your hands facing away from you. Look at your hands. Back to the ground.
Step back into down dog. Shift into plank. Lower knees, chest, and chin.
Lift up into cobra. Back to down dog.
Lift up the right leg into a three-legged dog. Step your right foot between your hands. Release the left knee. Untuck the left toes.
Lift up your arms above your head, hands interlaced. Look at your hands. Back to the ground.
Step forward with the left foot. So the left foot is next to the right foot. Forward fold. Inhale, arms
Up above your head. Exhale, hands in prayer. at your heart center. Inhale, arms up above your head. Exhale, forward fold.
Step back with the left leg. Lower the left knee, untuck the left toes.
Lift up your hands above your head. Interlace your hands, palms facing away. Lower hands to the mat.
Step back into down dog. Shift into your plank. Lower your knees, chest and chin.
Lift up into your cobra. Exhale into down dog.
Now lift up your left leg to three-legged dog. Step forward with the left foot between your hands. Lower that right knee. Untuck the right toes.
Lift your arms up above your head. Interlace your hands. Palms facing away. Look at your hands. And then lower to the ground.
Step forward with the right foot next to your left. Forward fold. Inhale your arms out to the side and above your head in prayer.
Lower the hands to your heart center. Beautiful. All right, now we'll go into some of our standing poses, okay? So inhale, arms up above your head, lower into your forward fold.
Step back into down dog. And now lift up your right leg to a three-legged dog. So hips are squared at this point towards the mat. They're parallel to the mat. Now bend your knee. Bend your right knee and open your hips now. So it's a little different feeling, right? Now you can stay here, or you can do what's called flip the dog. So we'll step this right foot outside of the left foot, like so. Step on your tippy toes. Lift up your hips, lift up your chest to the ceiling, and reach beyond your head with that right arm and look at your hand. And now come on out, back to three-legged dog, and step forward with that right foot between your hands. Pivot the left foot.
Cartwheel your arms up into warrior two. So you're in warrior two, very strong. Shoulders away from your ears, arms are strong, legs are strong. To keep the legs strong, try and pull this heel back and this heel back. You can't see this motion, but you'll feel it right here, the strength. And then externally rotate this thigh and internally rotate this thigh. Okay, and that's a strong warrior two. Now we'll go into a dancing warrior. So lower this left arm down your left leg. Reach with the right arm above your head. This is called reverse warrior. And then we'll go into side angle. And then reverse warrior. Extended side angle. And one more time, reverse warrior. And now stay here and straighten that front leg. Now you're in reverse triangle. And now come back to the center. Maybe step your feet a little bit closer. We're gonna do triangle. So triangle, you're flat. You're like in a toaster, okay? And let's go reach to the side. And then maybe reach to your shin, to your ankle, to your foot, or maybe outside of your foot. The left shoulder should be on the right shoulder. Maybe place your hand on the sacrum and really twist, and then lift up that left arm to the ceiling and gaze at your hand. Triangle pose. Take 3 breaths here. Try and lift your torso away from your thighs. So you're creating a triangle here, lots of triangles. One more breath. And now look at the ground
Bend your knee, place your hands on the mat, unturn that left heel, and then step back into down dog. We'll do the same on the other side. So now lift up your left leg to a three-legged dog. Bend that knee, left knee, open up the hips. And here you can flip the dog and go into what's called wild thing. So take that left foot outside of the right one. Go on your tippy toes, lift up your hips, lift up your chest. Reach with that arm beyond your head. This is called wild thing. Now come back to three-legged dog. And then step forward in the left foot between your hands. Pivot that right heel and then lift up into a powerful warrior two. Then we'll do that dancing warrior. We'll do reverse warrior to side angle. Now really make sure this thigh is externally rotated. This one is internally rotated. Rotating, you're squeezing the legs together. Arms are strong. Let's go reverse warrior. Nice stretch here. Try and have the chest look at the ceiling. Extended side angle. Reverse warrior. Extended side angle. Reverse warrior. Straighten that front leg. Reverse triangle. Come back to triangle. Maybe bring your right foot closer a little. And now reach to the side. Lower that left hand either to shin, ankle, foot, maybe outside the foot. And then rotate your torso. Lift up that right arm to the ceiling. Lengthen your torso. Straight and then rotate. And then let's take 3 breaths here. One more. And now bend that front knee, lower to the ground, step back into down dog. And here, lift up your right leg into a 3-legged dog. Bring your knee to your right elbow. Lift up again, knee to nose. Lift up again, knee to left elbow. And now release the right knee next to the right wrist and release the left knee, untuck the toes, and we're in pigeon pose here. Nice stretch. I love this. So hopefully you're feeling good in this. Now, if this is not working for you, you can do this. It's kind of like this 90-90, and then lean forward. And we're gonna do some spinal rolls. So if you're in pigeon, we'll do up and down 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful. Now release. Let's take 3 breaths here. You can put a block under your forehead. All right, on the next inhale, come on up. And then go onto your sit bones. So release onto your hips and stay in this extend the left leg. Right leg is bent. The foot is next to your inner thigh. And now we'll do a nice side stretch. So place your left forearm alongside your right shin. Lift up your right arm and reach to the left. And now come back up, and now we'll do a twist. So take your right hand and reach for the outside, maybe outside of your shin or outside of your foot, or maybe you can use the strap to help you reach, okay? And then lower into this forward fold, but with a twist. So look behind you. And release, beautiful.
Now come back, your hands to the front of the mat, step back into your down dog.
We'll do the same on the other side, okay? Actually, I'm going to turn so you can see, otherwise I'd be facing. So now the left leg goes up into a three-legged dog, and then knee to left elbow, knee to nose, knee to right elbow. And now let's go into the pigeon. Left knee next to
Left wrist, release the right knee. If this works, beautiful. If not, this is another option, okay? And then we'll do the spinal rolls, so up, down. So 1, exhale,
inhale,
beautiful. Now release wherever you are. You can put a block under your forehead.
and then let's take 3 nice breaths here. All right, on the next inhale, come on up and go back into that seated position.
So left knee is bent. The foot is on the inner thigh, pressed against, left foot pressed against the right inner thigh. Right leg is extended. Right forearm alongside left shin. Lift up the left arm and reach over. Feel a nice stretch here. 2 more breaths. Beautiful. And now let's go into what's called the double pigeon. So you can either crisscross or you can stack your shin. So we're stacking the right on top of the left. And now lift up your arms up above your head and then lean forward. Wherever you are is wonderful, as long as you're feeling a good stretch here. And the next inhale, come back up and we'll switch. Now we'll switch legs. Flex both feet and lift up, inhale. And then exhale, fold over.
Beautiful. On the next inhale, come back up.
Now open up your legs into a straddle. Inhale. And then fold over and reach for either your shins, your ankles, or the back, outside of your feet. And reach forward with a neutral spine. Beautiful. Come on up. And now let's go into a seated forward fold. So your spine is neutral. You can bend your knees. Inhale your arms up above your head and exhale and reach for your feet. Here you can also use the strap to help you reach your feet better, and then reach forward or fold forward. Look at your toes. And come on up, release. And now let's release into our final relaxation. So roll down one vertebrae at a time and release into our Shavasana.